And then he flew as far as I could see, and then on tremulous wing came back to me. I thought of questions that have no reply, and would have turned to toss the grass to dry. Okay, so as we just got done saying in our last discussion, there's this big difference between the world of escape and turmoil. Okay. Escape is when we just give up. We're devastated, hopeless, and we just spend the rest of our lives being intoxicated or watching TV all 24/7. We just give up. Okay, so escape is when the butterfly flies away. Give up. Give up. But turmoil is different, as we said, as we just got done saying. Turmoil is when there's a hopelessness, but we come back and we ask further questions, okay? So turmoil is there is hopelessness, but there's hope. Okay? We're in the middle of the chaos, see? And basically what turmoil is all about is in the face of this crisis, in the face of the crisis, we're willing to ask further questions. In the face of the crisis, okay? In the face of the crisis, we are willing to ask further questions. Okay, so the butterfly comes back, and we're saying this is a state of turmoil. It's not total escape. Total escape is also known as the world of avoidance. Okay, avoidance, escape, same thing. TV 24/7. Drugs, alcohol. That's the world of escape. So, Frost says, and then he flew as far as I could see, and then on tremulous wing came back to me. See, tremulous wing, turmoil, tremulous wing. Much easier to enter the world of escape. Much easier. Escape, avoidance, much easier. Okay, but now listen to what Frost says. He sees the butterfly come back, right? And this is what he says. Look at this. I thought of questions that have no reply and would have turned to toss the grass to dry. But he turned first and led my eye to look at a tall tuft of flowers beside a brook. All right, so let's go back to this line here. So the butterfly takes off, comes back, and then Frost says this. I thought of questions that have no reply and would have turned to toss the grass to dry. Okay. Huge next line. Massively huge. I'm sure right now McNulty is like blown away. He just can't even believe this next line in the poem. McNulty's probably just like beside himself in wonder and amazement at the brilliance of this man, Robert Frost. Just calm down, McNulty. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. So here's the line, I thought of questions that have no reply. I thought of questions that have no reply. Okay. I thought of questions that have no reply. Now, first of all, what the first thing this does is it shows perfectly clear that this poem is about human beings, because butterflies are not thinking of questions that have no reply. Okay, we do. All right. So this is Frost like saying, okay, dude, I'm talking about me and you, bro. This is all about me and you. All right. All about me and you. Okay? So this defends what I was just saying about how Turmoil was asking further questions. Look at what he says. I thought of questions that have no reply. Now, let me give you an example of what Frost is saying here. So, when Frost was, I think I might have told you this, I can't remember. When Frost was first married, early in his marriage, he married his high school sweetheart, which you guys can't do, of course, because there's no girls at Loyola. So anyway, I guess you can have a girlfriend, a high school sweetheart that goes to another school. Okay, I didn't think of that. But anyway, so Frost married his high school sweetheart, and within a year or 2 years, very early on in the marriage, they had their first son, and his name was Elliot. All right. And I get this weird feeling I already talked to you guys about this stuff. Yeah. So anyway, and like I think I talked to you about this earlier, but so Elliot died of cholera. The disease. I did talk to you about this. I remember that. So, but I'm adding a new point. Okay, so died of cholera. Elliot died of cholera at the age of 4 years old. So so they're devastated. They're on tremolo. They're filled with turmoil, and they're devastated by the fact that their son died. Right. So we can't help but when something like this happens, we're like, why did this happen? Why? What's the meaning here? What did I do something wrong? Am I getting paid back? Did I do something wrong? Sorry, wrong. Did I do something wrong? We just can't help but we're just thrown into this ultimate question, like, what the hell is going on here? Why did this happen? What's the meaning of all this? Okay? So this is what Frost is saying. The butterfly's world is destroyed. He takes off. And on tremulous wing, he comes back, right? He's looking for a second look. He's looking for an answer. And what does Frost say? Okay, I thought of questions that have no reply. In other words, guess what, butterfly? There's no answer. You can come back all you want to the field, but they're all dead. The flowers are dead, okay? There is no answer. I thought of questions that have no reply. See? So what he's talking about is he's talking about his experience of death, just like the butterfly is coming back with these further questions, coming back for a second look. And he's thinking about, well, in the back of his mind, like what happened with him and Elliot. And he's saying, guess what? There is no answer to this random death. You got these questions, but there's no reply. Meaning, what's the answer? Silence. All right? He's asking, why did Elliot die? Did I do something wrong? What is the meaning? And guess what his answer is? There is no answer. No response. Silence. Silence. Okay? So I have here, I thought of questions that have no reply and would have tossed the grass to dry. I thought of questions that have no reply. Frost and Elliot. The ultimate questions have no reply. There's no reply. You ask the question, just okay. There is no response. We are hung out to dry. That's it. Hung out to dry. Why did it happen? The answer is silence. There is no answer. The silence is pure emptiness. Nothing is there. There's no answer whatsoever. We're simply left with emptiness. There is nothing there. There's no answer. No answer. Okay, final thing I want to talk about is the second part of this line where he says, I thought of questions that have no reply and would have turned to toss the grass to dry. So here's the deal. You have these horrible things happen in your life. You ask these ultimate questions. Why? How come? What did I do wrong? Blah, blah, blah. What are you left with? There's silence. God doesn't answer. There's just silence. And guess what? Guess what the answer is? Go back to work, bro. Go back to work. Okay? Get your butt up and go back to work. Go back to school. Go to work. That's the answer. Get your butt up. Go back to work. Because when it comes to this stuff, no answer. Okay? Why do I say go back to work? And I would have turned to toss the grass to dry. There's no might as well go back to work. There's the universe answer. See? What's the answer the universe gives? Go back to work. Go back to work. Good luck. Okay. Pretty dark so far. Now let me just say this. Let me just mention real quick. Frost is the whole poem's going to explode in just a minute. And everything is going to get reversed. Okay? There's going to be an explosion of reversal. All right, you guys. See you.